ElevenLabs has two different divisions that we really sell to and work with closely. One of them being media and entertainment, so that is anything, voiceovers, dubbing, content, media creation. And then we have another side that's really working with the developers and with the, what we call technology, that is really focusing mainly on conversational AI use cases, which is what I will be showing here today. So for folks who don't know what ElevenLabs does, our goal is to be the end-to-end platform for anything AI audio. So we started in text-to-speech, and now we're basically getting into everything from speech to text, text to speech. We have an upcoming music model coming out, sound effects, and pretty much, we're trying to be, laser focused on the research side that goes into audio, while a lot of the other folks in the AI space are trying to build these God models, right? We really think that focusing on that one modality is really going to be able to pay off in the long run, and really be able to give folks the best experiences for anything that requires audio. So what we're showing here today will be our conversational AI platform. And essentially what this is allowing folks to be able to build a conversational agent within a few minutes. So what I'll be showing here quickly is a banking support and fraud resolution agent that we built. So ElevenLabs supports 32 languages currently. That will change here very soon. But basically what you'll see here is that there are 4 different languages in here that I can speak. And basically I can switch between conversations and be able to go from English to Spanish to Polish to French and Italian. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to use all of the 5 sentences that I have in Spanish to show that off. So please don't ask me to speak any more Spanish than that. As a true American, I only speak one language, right? ElevenLabs is European, and I'm always reminded often how uncultured we are when it comes to being able to speak other languages, for lack of better words. So let's just get right to it then. Oh, and I'm just gonna we're gonna talk to it, and then I'll explain kind of how it works and how we got to have this experience.
Hello, I'm Alex, your Monzo virtual support assistant. I'm here to help with any urgent issues you may have, whether it is a lost card, fraudulent charges.
I'm in a hurry. I really need to cancel my credit card because this person stole it and they're about to go just ruin my credit score.
I understand this is an urgent matter. I'm here to help. First, I can freeze your card immediately to prevent any further transactions. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have frozen your card to prevent any...
Can you freeze all my accounts? I think they actually got my whole wallet.
I can freeze your card to prevent any further transactions on that specific card. However, for security reasons, and to protect all your accounts, I'll need to transfer you to a human agent who can verify your identity and take the necessary steps to secure everything. I'll provide them with a summary of the situation. Would you like me to do that now?
Actually, no, I don't want us to talk to anybody right now. I don't have time for that.
I understand you're in a hurry. In that case, I can guide you through the process of freezing all your accounts and changing your passwords directly through the Monzo app. This will be the quickest way to secure your accounts without having to speak to an agent. Would you like me to provide you with those steps?
Let's do that.
Okay, here are the steps you can take immediately through the Monzo app to secure your...
All right, you guys get the point. I don't have a credit card I need to freeze, so we don't need to go through all that. But basically, so we first started with text-to-speech, right? And then we went into making our text-to-speech models be able to be conversational, right? So speeding them up, coming out with Turbo, really getting the latency down to being around 75 milliseconds. 80 milliseconds of latency, which is normally good enough for folks to be able to have conversational experience without having, to be able to have that weird moment where you're talking to an agent. And the nice part is you can plug and play, oh, I didn't even show you guys Spanish, I totally forgot that. We can do that in a sec. But basically the nice part is you can plug and play any of the voices from the ElevenLabs platform into there and have the same exact experience that we saw, with this agent right here. So basically text-to-speech, what we did here was basically be able to tie together the speech to text with a interruption turn-taking speaker diarization model that kind of allows you to have that voice-to-voice experience while not being voice-to-voice. So ElevenLabs' opinion on voice-to-voice is that it is 100% the future. We are definitely working and doing research in this space, and we'll be having a model that will be voice-to-voice coming out here very shortly. But I don't know, has anybody ever actually seen a voice-to-voice model being used by an enterprise or being used by anybody in the wild outside of a flashy demo or when you're having a conversation with it?
Yes.
Where? I feel like that's just a cop-out answer, you know? You can say anything in the tech world is San Francisco. So basically, like, our opinion is that you can kind of think of it as a brain, right? Where, the models that are multimodal are great, definitely the future. But basically, like 75% of the capacity really goes into the voice side and making sure that the voice sounds natural, while 25% of it really goes into actually being a smart model that is able to go do function calling, being able to do actually the work for you. And basically, by being able to separate it, ElevenLabs allows you to be able to have two separate workflows where 100% of the focus is going to the speech, and then 100% of the focus is going to the brain portion of it. So behind here, basically, what we have is classic prompt engineering. So basically, putting in a system prompt of what you would like the agent to be, everything from personality to what the goals are to how you'd like them to answer. So as you saw, it directed me to a human agent when I said certain type of words. That was because of the prompt, right? And we're model agnostic because I think in the future, a lot of folks are going to be model agnostic. They might use Claude for certain use cases. They might use open source models for other use cases. We really want people to be able to kind of pick and choose whatever model they would like, but still have the same conversational experience regardless of whatever LLM they would like. So same voice, same system, same prompt, whatever it might be, but just plugging in whatever brain you would like. So essentially what we have here is the ability for you all to be able to put any type of LLM you would like, but also be able to bring and host your own LLM. So a lot of folks want to be able to bring their own custom one and be able to deploy it for whatever specific use case they would like. The thing that we're working on now is being able to put in knowledge bases, right? So in classic live demo fashion, this is air right now, but basically what you have is the ability to connect this to any of your CRMs or your databases or documents for it to be able to reference. The second piece that we're working on here is being able to do function calling, right? So sending a follow-up email, transfer to a human. If this was actually transferred to a human, you would be able to have this agent be able to connect through an API to the agent and be able to have that call transferred. So that is really when it turns from a conversational agent to actually a real agent that's able to do jobs and do work for you. And the thing that we are launching really closely now also is the RAG system, so being able to maximize the agent's knowledge through the whole conversations, right? So yeah, being flagged to stop talking in a classic Dalton fashion. But yes, that's a little bit of kind of the conversational piece. We do actually just launch our speech-to-text model as well, because what we're seeing is that speech-to-text, everything is downstream from having really accurate speech-to-text to begin the conversation with. You can have the best latency, you can have the best voices, the most real voices ever, but if the stuff that's being fed to the model from the first conversation is not correct, then the output is not going to be correct, right? So right now it's not for streaming, it will be for streaming here in a couple of weeks, and that will be really a boost to be able to have across the whole platform. But yeah, so this is kind of the conversation agent we have now, and hopefully you guys have fun playing around with it, building some agents. So yeah, thank you.